With this blow, the Russian boxer shocked the whole of America.
Did he really land low?
It was low, but I don't think it was intentional, and I don't think it was...
Oh, down goes Jacobs on a perfect right hand,
Right on top.
and that may be that.
It was a hot night in 2010 when the Mandalay Bay Arena in Las Vegas was filled with fans who came to see the fight between two undefeated boxers. Russia on the world boxing stage on that evening was represented by Dmitry Pirog, who had a record of 16 victories, 13 of which were won by knockout. Being a real boxing virtuoso, Pirog was distinguished in the ring by his incredible technique, thanks to which he was given the nickname Grandmaster. In the opposite corner of the ring stood a formidable American named Daniel Jacobs, who was known for his crushing power. This frightening fighter, who did not lose a single fight out of 20 victories in the ring, 17 won until urgently. Young, strong, and hungry, he was sure that he would be able to defeat the Russian, taking possession of the vacant title according to the WBO, which was on the line that evening. Bookmakers and experts did not give a chance to the Russian boxer. However, what happened as a result shocked not only America, but the whole sports world. From the first seconds of the battle, Dmitry took the center of the ring but was in no hurry to boost the pace. He probed his opponent, picking up distance and rhythm. However, Pirog did not box the second number, but took the initiative into his own hands and constantly put pressure on the opponent.
And he's realizing that his upper body...
About Dmitry Pirog, and this was clear on the tee. As a guy who bends at the waist, has a lot, you can see it in his style. Look at that.
Except right now, he's not having the success he expected as easy.
Pirog, moment. This is the way they'll match up against each other most of the night. Shots. Good right hand by Pirog. Kind of leaned into it for him.
Jacobs.
In the second round, Dmitry continued to advance, forcing his opponent to retreat every now and then to the ropes. He exerted constant pressure, forcing the American to defend himself. As a result, already in the first minute of the second round, Dmitry struck his blow from his right hand and shocked him.
Very, I don't want to say, but
Right hand by Pirog. Jacobs almost went down.
Jacobs was stunned, but the referee did not start counting.
I was going to say, but he's going to have strategy for Jacobs tonight.
That's a good body shot with the left hand by Pirog. Right now, Pirog's the aggressor earlier in the fight, and he landed a big right hand here in the second round that has Daniel Jacobs on the defensive. You were about to say that Jacobs' terrific trainer, Victor Roundtree,
He's going to have his hands full tonight.
Yep.
Trying to plot a strategy, because I know they were not expecting this type of a fight from Pirog. Pirog is a very, very good fighter.
is he relaxed enough on this stage?
Very
it's like he lives in Vegas.
I was, yeah, especially being that it's his first time fighting here, but he said he's made quite a few trips here attending fights.
Says he's only been here a week. Says he didn't take that all that easily to American food. Didn't go to the Russian restaurant here in the hotel because that wasn't really Russian food to him. He's beating Jacobs up in this round.
When I was, I'm a very big fan of Danny Jacobs, and I was talking to my boxer, things look very good for him for the first quarter of next year.
There's an improvisational quality to what Pirog does, and Daniel doesn't seem really prepared for it.
As I said, he moves his head in and out, changes, gives you angles, changes and
on videotape.
Break.
I said to a couple of writers that he reminded me of a younger, slightly...
His fist in the front row, but he twists and pivots, changes his angles. But he's a pressure fighter, which is amazing.
Moves his head very well inside.
In the third round, Pirog looked more and more confident while the American was very inferior to the Russian in class. He constantly missed unexpected blows from the Russian, who even managed to showboat.
Definitely was caught up in those ropes. Be as it may, Danny Jacobs probably pulled out the first round with good, strong right hands. Pirog beat the hell.
I didn't see the ropes over. He was bending forward.
I think it was a pretty close call.
He was bending forward when he regained his balance, and not that he was. I think the more important problem is the playing. So, you just have to make adjustments if you can. Realize you got a very talented fighter and start boxing different. Do a lot of feinting before he fights.
Amateur program and go to the Olympics and earn the kind of...
Watching the tapes of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Look at the head movement there.
Definitely not Danny wants to.
Right hand by Jacobs.
I think he'd be able.
With both the left and the right hands. Good body shot by Jacobs. The third round favored Jacobs. 13 out of 75, 6 of 48 for Pirog.
Definitely not your regular.
Talking to Jacobs in there. Jacobs hammering to the body. I don't suppose Pirog is speaking Russian to Jacobs.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me. A lot of these guys, they speak a lot better English than they let you on to think. Because most of them had it extended in their school over there.
They take countries, people who spoke perfect English were absolutely deaf and dumb when American reporters were around.
Yeah, then they start speaking.
Jacobs' corner manual, I might beg him to focus on the body for a while.
And then Jacobs has to try to throw his flurs of Jacobs going down the stretch. Straight line pressure.
Well, Jacobs' biggest win was in August last year, almost a year ago against E.J. Smith. E.J. Smith, much older than Pirog, not nearly as active.
Despite this, going to the 5th round, the Russian was losing on the judges' cards. Only a knockout could change the situation. And it happened. The clock showed 2 minutes of the remaining time when Dmitry inflicted one of the most unusual combinations in boxing history, knocking out the American.
It was a low, but I don't think it was intentional, and I don't think it was...
Oh, down goes Jacobs on a perfect right hand, and that may be that. No way.
The crowd was in shock. The disconnected Jacobs for several moments was laying on his back without moving, and about the 5th or 6th score, he tried to rise, muttering something incoherently, but the referee looked into his eyes, persistently kept the boxer on the floor, counted to 10, and recorded a knockout.
He's never seen anything like the opponent with whom he was in there tonight, and Dmitry Pirog has just produced one of the shockers of the year.
Well, Andy Lee, you was right.
Andy Lee, Jorge Linares,
Yep.
It happens to a lot of the great prospects. Amir Khan. So add Daniel Jacobs to the list that includes Andy Lee, Amir Khan, and Jorge Linares, whom you saw in the first fight tonight. Can you come back from the shocking early...
The audience, including celebrities like Mike Tyson and Oscar de la Hoya, appreciated the victory of the Russian. That was a real sensation. Some unknown boxer from the depths of Russia flew all the way to America and knocked out a local star, taking over the world title. That was straight-up story from the Hollywood.
It's the count. He waves his arms and Jacobs is gone.
This victory revealed Pirog's talent to the general public, and also made Dmitry the first Russian world middleweight champion.
New middleweight star is born. The winner at 57 seconds, round number 5. Still undefeated, and now the new WBO middleweight champion of the world, from Russia with love, Dmitry Pirog.
From the very beginning, I understood that victory on points would not be given to me in America in almost any way. And after the 2nd round, when Jacobs missed a punch and grabbed my legs to hold on, I realized that I had a lot of chances to knock him out, and that sooner or later I would do it. And yes, I think that Jacobs' popularity was somewhat bloated. A good, interesting boxer, but not the amount that was made of him, and probably his problem was also that he himself believed in it. In my opinion, he did not doubt his victory at all, and then they played along with him in everything, made him as comfortable as possible. And here is the result.
Yeah, I didn't see anything really land low.
It was low, but I don't think it was intentional, and I don't think it was...
Oh, down goes Jacobs!